to see, hey man, you're a little bit unrealistic here with this number. So that was very helpful as well, just getting those set of eyes of people that have been there and done that.
Of course.
To make sure I wasn't, smoking my own crack over here and just being overly optimistic about revenue projections and everything else. So,
was it the disillusioned optimist? I think is maybe the first type, something like that. Yeah. Now, not trying to get you in any trouble, but who are your 5 favorite breweries in the Metroplex?
In the Metroplex,
in no order, just 5 in general.
No particular order. I've already mentioned the Hop and Sting guys. Sure. And by the way, if you're ever out there on a Sunday afternoon, get their Michelada with the aluminum cowboy. That thing is awesome.
Really?
That thing's awesome. Yeah.
And during football season, that's all they will ever have because those guys love football.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We like Outfit Brewing.
Okay.
I've been down there several times. I'm also in a band, and we've played down there a couple of times. Played one of their anniversary parties.
Nice.
Smaller place, but they make great, fantastic beer. I mentioned Three Nations. Mm-hmm. They're good. And Funky Picnic, over in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
My wife likes them because female owned, and B, they make good beer.
They make really good beer.
We met them a year before they opened, and we were in the process of opening at kind of a new Brewers thing that was being held down at Trinity Grove on a Sunday afternoon, and they were out there, and that's where we met them, and we enjoy their beer a lot.
Their beers are really good. Their food's really good too.
And then Peticolas,
mean
the Velvet Hammer. That's my go-to.
One of my favorite things is to see somebody who doesn't drink craft beer on a regular basis order a Velvet Hammer, and I just kind of sit back like, all right, let's see how many you're gonna have before I see you start feeling it. And it's just maybe 2. That's it.
Yeah. So I think that was 5.
I think that was 5. Yeah. All great breweries, obviously, and you kind of hit all over the Metroplex too. Now, if somebody walked in, had never had your beers, what flight would you give them?
What flight would I give them?
Well, also, I guess, do you guys do flights here?
We do flights.
Okay. And
right now, we only have 5 beers on, and the flight is 4. But our flights are. We don't have a single price for our flight, so our flight is you pick the 4, and we just charge you for a 4-ounce pour for each of those beers.
Not bad.
Yeah, so you can mix and match. Everything is a build your own flight. So I would really ask the person what do they typically like.
True.
Are they adventuresome or not?
Right.
And just see what we have that matches with their taste buds.
It's a good way of going about it. Yeah. I was going to say just 4 random ones, but that works too. Now, I have a segment on the show. I call it the 5 count. Just 5 random questions. Just answer as quick as possible. If you were on America's Got Talent, what would your talent be?
Singing.
Oh, wow. You did say you're in a band. Are you the singer in the band?
I am.
What's the name of the band?
Mixtape Junkies.
I love that name. If you're a pro wrestler or MMA fighter, what would your name be?
Ooh. Hippie Mike. I'll just go with Hippie Mike.
That's good. That's a solid gimmick. What would your last meal be?
My death row last meal, huh?
Yeah.
Probably a nice filet mignon.
Ooh,
some good garlic mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
And some nice gravy on top of that.
So I like everything you just said. I didn't realize the last meal is actually a YouTube show as well. But
is it?
Yeah, one of my friends turned me on to it,
know that.
and now I've watched multiple there. Who or what inspires you?
Any good band.
I love that.
Music tends to be my inspiration, and I don't have any one band that's my go-to, but yeah.
Also, it'll hit you in different spots no matter where you are in your life. Certain lyrics will kind of jump out at you. And, yeah, I love that about music. It's also a time traveler. You could really you could listen to one song and all of a sudden you're, rushed back to either high school or when you were a kid or, certain
Absolutely.
breakup or something that happened. So, what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Be patient. Don't be in a hurry. and enjoy this time while you're here.
Love that. You can tell yourself that at any age, really.
You can.
Yeah. Now, if people wanted to find you guys online, come try your beer, come check out the brewery, how can they do all the things?
Website is www.happyhippiebeer, all one word, .com. All right. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. And so all of our info's out there. The website has a description of all of our beers.
It does.
So,
yeah. And the can art, which is really good.
And the can art.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who does the can art, by the way?
One of our partners, Scott Schwederman. Yeah. He was involved and did a lot of the can art for Carbach for their first 5 years.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And he's worked with a couple of other breweries around town. He did the initial branding for, now I'm having a senior moment. Brewery that's in a train station south of town. Old train station, train depot.
The only one I'm thinking about is in Waxahachie, and that's definitely not it.
Yeah, this was like in South
Not
Oak
Noble
Cliff.
Ray. Oh, South Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Not Oak Cliff Brewing.
Maybe it is Oak Cliff Brewing.
Is it Oak Cliff Brewing?
Yeah.
I haven't actually physically been there, so.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it was. He did the initial branding for them as well.
Nice.
And his wife is actually a teacher here, cool. And she taught all of our kids math in elementary school as well. Wow. So that's how we know them.
Small world.
It is.
Love that. Well, Mikey, thanks so much for your time. I've had your beer, and I'm a fan, and I'll definitely come out into Richardson again.
Awesome. It's great to talk to you.
Carrie, talk to you.
Thank you so much to Mike for being on the show. Again, whenever you come to the DFW area, make sure to check out Happy Hippie Brewing Company up in Richardson, Texas. There's a good spot. There's a lot of other breweries not too far from him. And, you get some good food and you get to check out some live music. So definitely check out Happy Hippie Brewing Company. Now, also, while you're doing that, make sure to sign up for our newsletter. It comes out twice a week. You get even more information about our guests. You get fun facts, and you get to find out even more what's happening about your favorite podcast, all about beer, coffee, booze, and Brewsers. And while you're doing that, make sure to also follow us on social medias. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSERSPOD on the Instagram, on the Threads, and on the Twitter. We have a Facebook. We've got a YouTube page, and we've got a subreddit. Definitely go check all of that out. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or requests, send them over to brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rodie John. That is RODIEJON. Rodie John is the name on the Twitter and on Untapped. Find out what I'm drinking. Maybe we can have a beer together sometime. If you want to follow me on Instagram or the Threads, it is official Rodie John. And if you want to send me an email, it is rodiejohn@gmail.com. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.